Window of tolerance, a key concept for mental health.
We begin with a key concept called the window of tolerance, a model of how our nervous system responds to stress that was developed by psychiatrist Daniel Siegel. It is a fundamental tool for getting to know ourselves better, what our emotional tendencies are, and how to help ourselves when we feel distressed. When we are living or operating inside our window, our nervous system is pretty balanced. It is the state of mind where creativity, learning, playfulness, and relaxation can exist, and we feel like we can handle life's moments with grace. A car in front of us that seems to be driving purposefully slowly when we are late, our partner's clothes tossed all over the floor, a friend who has texted to cancel a date for the third time. The window of tolerance can get wider or narrower. And one way that people describe having a narrow window of tolerance is by stating, "I am at the end of my rope." Being able to identify and communicate the point of being at the end of your rope before losing control is the crux of emotional regulation. At this point, we are still in our window of tolerance, but it is getting anxiously narrow. Getting to know ourselves and the very personal techniques that keep our window wide helps us stay regulated and healthy. We are all different with unique circumstances and physiology that affect our tolerance levels. Some people are born with highly sensitive nervous systems. Some get more sensitive because of trauma, and others live life with a system that comes back into homeostasis with relative ease and stays open much of the time. When we become overwhelmed by our emotions, we lose control because our ability to cope narrows, and we move outside of our emotional window of tolerance. At this level of stress, our nervous systems go into hyperarousal or hypoarousal mode, which is often described as fight or flight, or freeze or submit, respectively. These modes are shown in Figure 1 as red zones, above and below our window of tolerance. When we are outside our window, we cannot think straight and we are very reactive. This level of stress may happen when we are very hungry, tired, angry, or scared. This is an adaptive response to danger that allows us to react without thinking in situations of extreme danger. But in the modern world, we often go into fight, flight, freeze, or submit because of chronic stress or events that are not life-threatening. During these times, we honk incessantly at the car in front of us, snap at our partners, and text something we regret to a friend. The difference between these scenarios is not the events happening to us, but whether they shift us outside of our window of tolerance once they occur. Dr. Siegel uses the following example. When you take a spoonful of salt and mix it in a glass of water, the water is going to be pretty salty. But if you take that same spoonful of salt and mix it in a bathtub, you will hardly notice it. It is not the amount of salt or the problem that changes. It is the size of the container.